All right, everybody. Good morning. Dana with Calfee Cattle here. I got a busy day today. We're to load up some calves this morning to take to the processor. And then we've got a long day ahead, I'm afraid. This Arctic blast of weather for Alabama is coming in tonight. So when we get these calves loaded, Shannon's gonna go ahead and take them to the processor. While he's gone, I'm gonna be checking feeders, going ahead and putting out some feed. Go ahead and start putting out hay, get everybody fed real heavy, put out some extra for some bedding. Got to check some equipment and get the dogs situated so they'll stay warm tonight for the next few days also. So going to be a busy day, but y'all ride along with us and help us out. Good. All right, that feeder's good. So we'll go check some more and move about our day. Up.
Hey, Shannon Calfee with Calfee Cattle. We're just getting ready for the freeze still. We got a brand new feeder here. We got it full of feed. We're just getting it prepped to go put out and to feed the calves. We got the tire airing up here. It takes a long time because this thing's full of feed. So it weighs about 6 or 7 tons. We got to get these jacks right here. We got to remove them from the transport position and move them up here and then you can screw the jack up or down, and you can see this rod goes down here, controls the feed gate. Depending on what kind of feed you have, it's how tall or how big of an opening you want there, so they don't waste feed and such as that. But that's what we're working on right now. So if I can get this pin out, that's the transport position it was in there. Then you have to, this has a couple up here, so I got to screw this all the way out. It takes a little while here. All right, I got this thing screwed out. Now move it up here to this position. Put the pin back in it. Then I can use this screw jack here to adjust the feed gate down there. This type seems to work a lot better for us. These other brands will have a wing nut down here that you have to loosen and slide this gate up and down. And it just seems like that wing nut gets rusted up, froze up, whatever, in no time. And then you're out there with a pair of pliers and WD-40 or whatever else trying to get it loose and getting adjusted. Where this one, at any time, you just walk up and adjust it. If you have a different feed or whatever, you just adjust it up and down however you want to. You can see the feed starting to come out down there. And I'll pick it up a good little bit here. Desired height, you can just flip the handle up like that, or you can wrap a chain around it and hold it up there, whatever. But I don't like to leave them dangling because the cows will get on them and bump them around, break them off, what have you. But I got to do that on all four corners. So like I said, I don't have to do this every time. This is just a brand new and first time we've ever used it, so you got to get it set up to use. And another thing, you'll notice this one, most of all these other feeders have these creep gates or creep cages on them that you use for these baby calves in the pasture, so that only the baby calves can get in and eat the feed. Well, this one is not one we use in the mama cow pasture. We just pull these out here with these yearlings, so we don't have the need for the creep cage. It's just extra expense when you go to buy it new, and we don't use it anyway. And if for some reason we did, you can buy it later, or you can buy a couple panels and make your own kind of deal. But that's why this one looks like the way it does. All right, we got our tires aired up, or as much as we can get in it with it full of feed. Kind of wish we'd have done that before we filled it up, but hey, that's okay. Got our feed gate adjusted to the height we want, and of course the cow come in here and be able to get to that easily, and as they eat, more of it falls down into here until this runs empty. But anyway, we got everything adjusted like we want it. We're gonna put our air hose and all the tools up and go put it out in the field for them to eat.
So we try to work smarter and not harder if all possible. So what he's doing is we went ahead and grabbed the hay and the feeder. So there's already a smaller feeder out here, so we went ahead and brought both of these out here now. Then we'll drop it and then pick the empty one up and take it back to be filled. stuff out here today is like pudding. That right there is, that's nice. These young calves out here were bedded down in this hay out here, and that's what we're hoping for the next few days, that they'll bed down in the hay that's left out here. Not only eat it, but be able to stay warm. They're gonna stay warm tonight. Keep your babies warm, okay? Keep your baby warm, okay? There you go. You're being nosy. We'll come and feed you in just a minute. Hey, mama. It's another good mama. She's got a young calf with her too. She got that start. Well, come on with it. That start trait, you can always tell her baby because of that white tail. Got a little milk mustache going there. Looks like he's been eating good too. It's so funny, I'm down here. Well, Shannon went back to haul the other feeder, the empty feeder back. And so I'm down here in the mama cow pasture. And I was basically just holding the gate or watching it just so none of them wandered out. And apparently, or he's cranked the feed truck. So I knew he was getting the feed truck because he's coming back down here to feed them. But it's just funny because apparently they all heard it. I can't hear it or haven't heard it yet, but apparently they do. Got some sensitive ears and some empty bellies apparently. I can hear him now, and I can actually see him topping the hill. So they'll walk all the way back. You'd think they learned by now that if they just stayed down here, he's coming to them, but I don't know, sometimes my stomach gets the best of me too. There they come back. We've been out here this morning for a few hours already, just trying to get everything prepped for the weather, but I can feel, it seems, as the temperature is dropping already. I was able to take my jacket off a little while ago and, you know, got a little warm working and stuff, but which now I'm on the buggy, and I know that the air moves a lot more when you're riding it, and it gets a little cooler, but I can still feel, you know, the wind's picking up some too. So whether we're ready or not, it's coming, folks. Hope y'all prepared.
One of the things that wears me down so much, the older I get, is getting in and out, hooking these feeders up and putting the pin in and pulling it out. So I've been working on my jump shot a little bit. Let me show you what I got. Oh, that was close. Oh my God, that was almost it.
So I trekked it back out through the mud. I think we're both losing our minds because we both came in here, dropped a new feeder, went and put out hay, and both of us just went right back out the gate. We forgot to come back and hook to the empty feeder. So there you go. But we went ahead and he wanted to put a new feeder in here. This is the one I checked this morning and it still had feed in it. But just to go ahead, we got a call during lunch saying that the feed truck was going to be here to fill up our bins and the empty feeders late this evening. So we went ahead and pulled it. We're going to pull it out there and set it up so it can go ahead and get filled back up. I guess by in the morning we'll get to see which is worse, mud or ice. I have a feeling this is gonna be a frozen tundra. We've been farming for quite some time now, and we've farmed and ranched in the snow before. We don't get snow in Alabama that often or enough to accumulate very much, but we have worked in the snow in very icy conditions, but it's never favorable, and we don't prefer it. All right, he's gonna try again.
That was close.
Me.
Oh my goodness, that was close.
Alright, so while he's finished feeding this pasture, I'm going to jump on the buggy and in the catch pen go open some gates, because we took all the cows that were in the catch pen this morning to the processor, so there's no more in there. So we opened the gates in the back to let a few more in. So we're going to situate everything and use the dogs and push those around, since they've all kind of wandered in the second pasture there anyway. So here we go. Feed truck made it here.
Easy. Good boy.
So we'll swap roles for a minute. So I'm gonna go put out the feeder, and I got me a riding buddy. Say, hey, Pep. Pep, say hi. Hey. So now the goal is to get the dog kennel in the shop. So we bought this kennel, or when we did, we bought it for this very reason. It's because it is on an axle, so you can move it. So we're going to plan on moving it into the shop to keep the dogs warm. What we're going to try to do, or the goal is to take the kennel and move it into the shop and turn the heaters on to warm it up, and then shut all the doors. Obviously we can't leave the heaters on when the dogs are in there or left alone, but hopefully to do that to keep them good and warm during this cold weather. We figured this would be better for them because they can stay in the place where they're used to living at and keep them as warm as possible. And it's just more convenient than having to get straw and hay and shavings and blankets and heat lamps and all that kind of good stuff. So at least if they're in the shop, they'll be out of the elements. All right, let's in here.